Welcome, karibuni sana. Today's episode is one amazing one that you're going to be so excited about. I am joined by a guest today, and she's an amazing woman that I have recently met and I've recently really appreciated. Her name is Jane Njambi. She's a digital marketing specialist, a web designer, a graphics design freelancer, and a woman who is so passionate about teaching others on how to create websites, how to engage in graphic design, anything and everything about excelling in digital marketing. This is the guru. I have brought the guru into the house. Guys, welcome Jane Njambi to our podcast today. And Jane Njambi, take it over. Please introduce yourself and tell my people who you are.
Are you Kayla?
I'm fine, thank you. Hi, Jane. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to have me here. I'm delighted. I'm happy. I've never been on a podcast. This is my first time, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm a digital marketing
Karibu
specialist
sana.
with 7 years of experience. I started back in 2017. Actually, yesterday, 4th of July, is when I got to my 7th year anniversary. Yesterday was the day I now started my 7th year. And it just
Yes,
started when I went to a Jira digital program, and people from Google came and they started talking about the importance of digital marketing. I became an affiliate, I did
wow,
affiliate marketing, and then the journey began from
yes,
there. Yes. And then I
wow,
started teaching
wow,
people online how to market their businesses on Google. And then, because I was doing it over and over again, I asked myself, how can I set up a website where people can come and learn what I'm teaching? And that's when I went to
yes,
YouTube, learned web design in 2 hours, and I became a web designer, started doing also graphics design, and that's where I began. I think everything was accidental, not planned for.
wow,
Yeah.
wow. It's a beautiful coincidence. That's what we'll call it.
Yes, and I
It's
actually
such
have a
an honor
degree.
to have you, Jane. It's such an
Thank
honor.
you. Yeah,
Yes,
and I have a degree in community development. So everything I do,
yes.
I never learned it in college. What I know, what I do, I did not learn in college.
Okay.
I just learned everything on YouTube.
Yes. I,
Imagine
wa-
YouTube for free.
I was actually shocked that you did a background. It's crazy that you did a background in community development.
Yeah.
And you're here doing web design, graphics, everything,
Yes.
information technology. It's
Yes.
it's just amazing, Jane. Able tell us, how did you even develop the what is it called, the urge to learn all those things online? Because it just does not happen. You have to develop a passion for it.
Now, when I was a small girl, okay, I was raised by my grandparents because my mom got me when she was 16.
Y-
So my grandfather
Yes,
was an accountant at the treasury, the treasury. So my uncle was
yes,
studying mathematics and computer science at Moi University. And
y-
we used to have so many
yes,
books, and reading was expected, good grades were expected in school. So for me, I just loved
yeah,
reading. So I remember at the age of
yes.
8, I was reading. I don't know if you know a comedy book called Tintin, an animation called Tintin.
Tintin.
By the time, yeah, by the time I was
Yes,
8, I had read all the Tintin because we have all those books even today. Yeah, so
yes.
I gained
Uh-huh.
interest.
It's a series.
Yeah, it's a series of those nini. And then in primary school, I topped in the school. I had 374 marks. So
Yeah.
in a village setup, 374 was good marks.
Mm-hmm.
Went on to high school being
Yes.
good in school, scored a B plus. And
Yeah.
then all the way to university, I met
Yes.
the person who sponsored my university education told me that every month he would be giving me
Mm.
£250 if I just give him transcripts and a few
Mm-hmm.
research that I would do. So I gained interest in knowing things and knowing
Mm-hmm.
things. So I traveled in West Pokot, the
Mm-hmm.
entire Trans Nzoia County. I would go to Mount Elgon to do my field work, to research issues affecting women. So
Mm-hmm.
I just gained interest like that
Wow.
because there was an incentive. And then when I went to nonprofit for my internship, I was like, oh my God, I
Mm-hmm.
don't like the setup of employment. It's not something I want.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized I cannot
Yeah.
change women that much. So I changed, I went to the business world, started doing marketing the traditional way, going to supermarkets and all that. And then I came across the online
Mm-hmm.
digital marketing. And because I had a culture of curiosity and wanting to know
Mm-hmm.
things, searching, knowing more, it became easier for me to integrate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me to
And
learn
and
on
at
my
what
own, it
point
became
did you
so
start
easy.
now focusing on just women, women? Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah.
always focused on women my whole life.
You know, you know
In,
all
mhm.
yeah.
all all what? Pardon?
Is I'm just saying that all these courses, I'm saying all these courses that you have taken, all these interests that you have went on and learnt on your own.
Yes.
Some of these things are paid, some of these things are free, but not
Yeah.
many people know about free courses. Not many people know about um, these free courses that you can take online. And those are mostly the things that have built you, right?
My internet is having an issue. I
Jen,
don't know. Let me fix it.
yes, your internet is
Can you
acting
hear me
up.
now? Yeah, my internet is acting
Okay,
up. But it's okay.
I
Let's
can hear
continue.
you.
Yeah, let's continue.
Okay,
You were asking
okay.
me a
So
question
I was saying,
regarding. Mm.
yes, yes, I was asking you. You see these courses that you're talking about, these online free courses. That is
Yeah.
even how I got to know you, Jen. You remember, I stumbled
Yes.
upon you on Facebook under a
Yes.
comment section on Facebook, and just
Wow.
by clicking a link, I came upon you by chance, and now
Yes. Oh my
started doing a
God.
free course that I had an interest in doing online courses for a long time, and
Yeah.
at some point this year, no, last year, I had started writing in my goals that I want to do so many courses. I just want to take online trainings, whatever I need to build myself, I will
Mm-hmm.
take. And as I was going on Facebook, I honestly
Yeah.
was not even looking for anything in particular. I
Yeah.
just went because I have pages on Facebook, and
Mm-hmm.
once in a while I go there to just see how things are going and what people are doing, and I stumbled upon you. And I'm so glad I stumbled upon you, because this free course that you were actually talking about is very
Mm-hmm.
amazing. And now I'm saying not many people are aware about these courses as
Mm-hmm.
much as you and I have been privileged to know.
Yes.
Tell people more about these online courses. Tell them how they work and how they to go about them.
Okay. A product like Google, a platform like Google, is a search engine
Yes.
whereby you can type everything. You can type porn,
Yeah.
you can type
Mm,
what car, should I do this and that, should
mm,
I buy it? You can
mm,
type
mm.
how to learn accounting on myself. You will get the
Yes.
answer
Mm-hmm.
from search engines like
Mm-hmm.
Google. YouTube is another powerful search engine with Pinterest. So
Yes.
because I
Yes.
was from Nigeria and people from Google came
Mm-hmm.
in, they taught us how powerful
Yeah.
Google is as a search engine. So I
Mm.
utilized the little knowledge I had of just using like a search bar on Google. So I would
Yeah.
go on Google
Yeah.
and ask Google, what do I need to become a digital marketer? How much do digital
Mm.
marketers work? Where do I get
Mm.
digital marketing training? So when you ask Google,
Yeah.
where do I get digital marketing training, sometimes it will suggest some YouTube videos. Sometimes it will suggest
Yeah.
websites like Udemy. So I have some
Yeah.
courses I have bought on Udemy at $9. And
Yeah.
I have some training I
Wow.
have acquired on YouTube. And then I
Mm-hmm.
learned even on LinkedIn, you can learn. So I went on LinkedIn
Mm.
through Google. You know, Google gives you everything. So it will
Yeah.
show you a digital
True.
marketing training on YouTube. It will show you a digital
Yeah.
marketing training on Udemy, on LinkedIn,
Mm.
on Skillshare. So I clicked on
Yeah.
LinkedIn. I clicked on Skillshare. Skillshare was giving 2 months free trial. LinkedIn was
Yeah.
giving
I
30 days free
remember.
trial.
Yeah. I
So
remember. I remember the days of Skillshare free for two
yeah,
months. If you click on a, on a YouTuber's link.
yes,
Mimi
exactly.
nilidandia hiyo.
It. So me, I was like, this is it. I'm going with this
Yeah.
one like there is no tomorrow. And that is how I have acquired
Yes.
so much knowledge. And then if I see a new
Mm.
vocabulary like affiliate marketing, I would search what is affiliate
Mm.
marketing. What are the legit
Mm-hmm.
platforms for affiliate marketing? And Google will provide for you solutions. And through that way, I
Mm.
learned through the Google search engine on my own and YouTube on its own. Then I started
Mm.
asking, what is lead generation? How do I get high quality leads? What is target audience?
Mm.
What is niching down? What is marketing
Yeah.
strategy? What is pricing strategy? How do I negotiate? When do I bargain? When do I know how
Mm.
to? What is situational awareness as an entrepreneur? When
Mm.
do I know if a
Yeah.
customer can pay me, can afford me, or can't afford my service so that I can manage my
Mm.
expectations? So, all those things I have learned on Google, on YouTube, and on Pinterest, and also attending webinars. So
Yeah.
I would look at the free webinars, I would attend them, I would listen to them, and I would
Mm.
follow specific. Even today, I follow specific web designers. I don't follow max more than three. I just follow like three
Mm.
who have different
Mm.
approaches. I listen to them so that I can get the three different approaches they use in web design. If it's in digital
Mm.
marketing, I will listen to at least three and look at their approaches. If who you are Google, if I am dealing with one for Google Ads, I will just deal with three in Google Ads, deal with three in Facebook Ads, deal with three in native advertising. I don't just learn from
Mm.
everybody. I have specific people that I go to and I trust because you understand that the
Mm.
internet is full of scammers. So I tend
Yes.
to
Yes. Very true.
yeah, I listen to people that I trust. The most
Mm.
expensive course I have paid is actually $1,900. It was a drop shipping course,
Mm-hmm.
and I have also bought
Mm-hmm.
another one for $700 for SEO. But most things I know they are for free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and that just goes to tell people that it's possible to learn free courses. I have interacted
absolutely.
with Udemy as well,
Mm-hmm.
Skillshare. YouTube is a very free, what is it called, it's just a, it's
Open
a free
source.
school. It's a free school. You can learn anything on YouTube
Yeah,
and
and
take notes.
the beauty with YouTube, you get to select your teacher.
Yes, a variety of them. You can meet whoever from whichever country. It's just amazing how these tools are just at our disposal. It's just how you choose to use them, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. You talk about Udemy. You talk about Udemy, and you talk about Skillshare. There was a time when Skillshare was very popular with YouTubers,
Yeah,
where you would choose whatever you have interest with and you go learn that, and they don't charge you for a whole 2 months, and you can choose to
absolutely.
continue if you want. Udemy
Yeah.
as well. I have not taken a course yet on Udemy, but I will this year.
You
I
did.
must, because I'm saying I haven't done a course on Udemy yet, but
Mhm.
this year I must, because now I
Absolutely.
have, you have awakened a thirst in me for knowledge that is just crazy. That is just
Yeah,
crazy, and I'm just going to learn and learn and learn as much as I can.
the reason as to why I chose to do a paid course is because there is a
Yeah.
chronological order that you follow.
Mm,
The
yeah.
problem with YouTube is there is no chronological order. Because it's a
True.
search engine, you must know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
unless sasa uanze kuionyesha hizo ndizo those are the videos you are interested in, and then it starts optimizing for you those videos. The best way to get
Yes.
started is to get a course on Udemy. And then if you look
Mm-hmm.
at a thing like you look at YouTube ads, and then you go to YouTube and ask YouTube different ways to do YouTube ads, it will bring you so many teachers. And then you take the latest,
True, true, true.
the ones who are doing it the latest. And then you get the
Mm.
perspective of the original teacher from Udemy, and then other teachers from YouTube. So you
Versus,
get the perspective of
yeah,
those people. Yeah, instead of sticking
true,
just
true,
to
true.
one. Yeah, and this is
One.
not for lazy people. Learning online is not for the
True,
lazy. Nobody will come and wake you
true.
up. And I have had so many people come to me and tell me, oh, you should make your classes brief. Oh, you should do this. You should go straight to the point. What is the definition of going straight to the point?
No,
We have had teachers from primary school, secondary school, and
yeah,
university following the curriculum,
yes,
and people are still
yeah,
struggling, and you're still coming to tell me to
yeah.
follow something. It has been
True.
failing. It has been failing. I will not do what has been failing.
And what's beautiful about it is, Jen, you can mention something while there are so many nuggets that you've really thrown our way, even by just conversation.
Yes,
Even when you're not teaching something, you're just throwing nuggets here and there, and people are picking whatever you are picking that will help you. So I don't,
yes,
I am not for those ones who want us to follow a curriculum. I am for this
yes,
one. Let's free flow. Let me learn as much as I can. Whatever I will pick, I will pick. Whatever I'm going with, someone else will pick something else. I will
yes.
pick something else, and it works for everyone.
Yeah, my YouTube is not for a curriculum. My YouTube live is not for a
So
curriculum. My YouTube live
it's
is
true.
for me having conversations with the women and conducting market research, because that's where I
True.
learn what people don't know. But if
True.
I
True.
do a YouTube video, post it, the
Mm.
only people who will get that knowledge is people who are either searching for that particular knowledge, or people
Mm-hmm.
who have optimized for content that is similar to mine. Okay,
It's
so
true.
what happens to
Mm-hmm.
the woman who has no idea about the digital marketing world, yet that is the woman
True.
I'm interested with? So I get to
It's
interact with that
true.
woman through those lives. That is what people don't
Yeah.
get. But if somebody wants a
Yeah.
curriculum on the daily learners, that's where we will have the curriculum. You can come and follow it there,
Yes.
you see. So for
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
the live classes are not for following the curriculum. In fact, they are for having fun, conversing with women, understanding whom I'm
Asking
dealing with much
questions.
better.
Yes.
Exactly. Testing their
Yes.
understanding. That's all I do
Mm-hmm.
it for that. And even if I
Yes.
have one
Yes.
attend to come and listen to me, I'm fine.
Yes. And we enjoy the lives, we enjoy the lives. Sometimes even when I'm home and I'm tired from work, I just come put my laptop, I put the class on. If I'm doing something else, I will just go do my something else as I listen to you. I'll come back, sit down for whatever I need to note down, and I will note down. So for my listeners, Jen is my trainer, and we have
Wow.
live classes on YouTube. That is what we are talking about. We are talking about the classes for women in digital business on YouTube. That is
Yeah.
what we are talking about. So, yeah, Jen has been hosting classes for women in digital business, and she's certifying women entrepreneurs, and we will get to explain more about it even towards the end of the podcast, so that if you want to join the women in digital business, you can. Now let's continue with our talk, Jane. So
Mhm.
you have done this for 7 years.
Yes.
You have done this for 7 years, and I believe that in these 7 years you have learned a lot.
I have
I would
learned
love for
so
you to
much.
share with our listeners your experience as a woman in digital business. Share about share about yourself to these amazing listeners, so that they can get a background of what they are getting themselves into, and just let them know that it's possible to monetize your skills online. Not many people know about these things, Jane. Even the thing that you were telling me about how to monetize my um
I'm
the
losing you.
woman who approached
Am I
me
the
to
one
coach them
losing you,
about
or you're
drop
the one
shipping.
losing me?
That's something that is not just, it's not
Hello?
obvious that you charge these things. Please tell my listeners about it. Hello, Jen.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. You're back.
Yes,
You're back.
I'm back.
Y-
Very sorry for that.
Did
My internet was
did
connected to the laptop. It should be connected with the
Okay.
Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's okay now? Did you hear my question?
No, I had
Yes.
lost you.
You lost me. So as
Yes.
I was saying that I wanted you to tell my listeners and just let them know that it's possible to charge for your skills online. Like the woman that you were talking to me about, who I can transform into a customer.
Yes.
The woman who was inquiring about drop shipping, that's a skill that you can charge
Sir.
people for. Please
Yes.
let my listeners know and open their minds towards this thing. Tell them about web design, tell them about graphic, tell them about how you have been handling your clients.
Now, let me tell you something. I transitioned my career at the age of 27. I'm 34.
Yes, yes,
I'll be turning 35 in October. And at 27,
yes,
I didn't even have my own place to stay. I had to be
yes.
given a place to stay by my best friend, and we stayed with her for 9 months. So, what I
Mm-hmm.
usually encourage women is, number one, as a woman, you should have a circle of great friends around you. You should try as much as you can to be in a good relationship with your mother, your female cousins, your sisters if you have them, your grandmother, and your aunties, and even your best friends. My friend, she posted me because she had Wi-Fi. Okay.
Yes.
And I see a
Mm-hmm.
lot of women saying they have lost hope at the age of 25. 25 is very young to lose
It
hope in
is.
anything. Yeah, very,
It
very young.
is.
Okay. So I was
Yes.
sleeping in my best friend's bedroom ya kijana yake chini ya kitanda ya chini. Okay.
Double decker.
Double decker. So when the boy was away into school, the bedroom was mine alone for 3 months. When he came, we would share the bedroom, and he still loves me so much up to date, and I'm his
Wow.
auntie. And
Yes.
my best friend ni yeye, through yeye na wifi yake we used to look for things online. You see, you have a support system on your side, and that is
Yes.
somebody
Yes.
you have some common interest. A lot of people give up because they are alone and they think they
Mm-hmm.
are alone on their own. But I had my
Yes.
friend, so I knew I was not alone. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Ajira together. We
Yeah.
applied together, and we went, and I showed her we should do digital marketing. Her, she was still into freelancing, and I was telling
Mm-hmm.
her, no, let's go to digital marketing. We focused on
Mm-hmm.
digital marketing, and we started with affiliate marketing. And I remember we left Ajira around April, and in July I had gotten an opportunity to work as an affiliate, and in August, and next month I will show my first payment online. I was able to
Mm-hmm.
be paid $664. That was around 60 something dollars, because the dollar at that time was at 96 shillings in
Wow.
2017. Yes, I did a great job.
Wow.
My best friend was paid 500, and I was doing marketing using three marketing strategies. I was doing I was using LinkedIn, I was using Google, and I was using email marketing. And remember, I
Mm-hmm.
told you I'm very sharp at grasping concepts. Mimi nikiona
Yes.
tu concept hivo mara moja, I never forget. So
Mm-hmm.
in October, I had figured to start teaching doctors who have their medical practice, lawyers, watu wa real estate, people who had small businesses, how to market themselves on Google. And I would even tell them they should have a website. And I would tell
Wow.
them you need to have a small landing page. And I would create for them a landing page. Remember, I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing affiliate marketing, and I'm
Yes.
living in my friend's house. Let me tell you, even when I made that money on August, Nothing
Mm-hmm.
came into my mind and told me, leave your friend's house. No,
Yeah.
I saved my
Wow.
money.
You are enjoying yourself.
I, I don't pay rent. Why would
Yeah.
I leave? Why would I?
True. Very
Actually,
true.
my New Year resolution will be to have my own house. Do you think my
Wow.
friend used to be bothered? She was even lonelier when I left, and I felt even lonely when I left. Up to
I
today, we
know.
should have stayed together.
And saved yourself the misery of living alone.
Yes.
You live alone together. You live alone together and have company.
Yeah. And then she was telling me, sometimes I think I should get a husband who has your characters. And me, I tell her I should look for a husband who has your characters.
Wow. You're
That
lucky.
argue. We will live together
Yeah,
and empower
wow.
one another. Okay, we have argued, like we
That's
have argued
wonderful.
3 times our whole lives. That's how
Yeah.
compatible we are. We do have
Wow.
different views towards life. She's super religious. She's more religious than me. I'm not that religious. Yes, I'm religious, but not that religious. She's a mother. I'm not. I do give some contradicting views about motherhood. She gives hers. But utaiona ati hata tunang'ang'ana ati kujaribu kuconvince one another.
To
We
fight.
yeah,
Yeah.
we are great
Mm.
friends, and we are working on a blog together.
I
So
remember the travel
yeah.
one.
So if
Okay.
you have a friend, you are living together nicely. Why would
Yeah.
you make money and start thinking about how you will live? You save
So
your
true,
money,
true.
you start clearing your debts that you have been having slowly, slowly.
Mm.
You stay with her, grow your business from there. And that's how I
Yeah.
grew mine. And my friend
Mm-hmm.
hata hakuwa anashindanilia. Unaona hata wale
Mm-hmm.
watu they are naughty with your things, they are jealous, they are obsessed. That woman was naughty. Hata nilikuwa namwambia, I'm going to teach these people. They have paid me 30,000. I would charge 1 hour to train them, 3,000 shillings.
Wow. That's how
Imagine.
you should tell my people that people
Yes.
charge people to train
Yeah. So I would charge
for
them
for your
3,000.
skills.
Yeah, and I would get like 10. And I keep the 2 money. And you see, imagine you are from Ajira April, you start working
Mm-hmm.
on July, then on October you monetize the second thing, which is teaching online. And then
Wow.
on December, you start your YouTube channel and you start marketing something else. That is how I
Wow.
grew.
Wow. That
Yeah.
was
And
exponential.
yeah. And when I was leaving my best friend's house, mm, I moved out with a bed of 45,000 shillings. I moved out with cooking pots of 21,000 shillings.
You did not look like you were being hosted.
No, no.
I I
Going
really
to leave my friend's house in it, I go buy cheap things. It was not going to happen with
no.
me. She was
Yeah.
not teaching me. She's the one who looked for the pots and told me these ones look like you.
Yeah. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Let's continue. That can wait. Yes.
Yeah. So that's how. So number one, I encourage women, first of all, your age, your situation should not define anything. So long as
True.
you have somebody who can host you, it's okay. If you don't have a friend or somebody who can host you, start doing something called, it's called what? It's called home something. House sitting. There is something called house sitting.
Tell me about it.
So you go to Google and you search house sitting. So house
Mm-hmm.
sitting is whereby somebody is looking for somebody, they travel. Like for instance, we will start a blog, right?
Yes.
Thika is very dusty.
Okay.
So I can let somebody come here and house sit my house so that they can be cleaning it, keeping it clean. I will not pay them anything. They will just stay here. I will make sure my Wi-Fi
Okay.
is paid, my rent is paid, my bills are paid. That's it.
They're
The
just taking care of
electricity
your
is on
house.
me. They're just looking at my house.
Okay.
The
Okay.
steamer will be paid. The
Mm.
thing I will pay, they will just sit here and
Yeah.
they will just become a house sitter.
Okay. Okay.
So if you don't have a place to stay, just go to house sitting web, Google, search for house sitting, and look for somebody you can do house sitting for them. Most of them
Mm-hmm.
will leave you with their pet, like a dog, like a cat. You just feed it. So you just start from there.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many opportunities online. Don't give up
Yeah.
at
True.
all. Giving up is
True.
not an option.
True.
Only time you give up is when you're dead.
Very
Because
true.
you let others decide your enemy, they bury you, they decide whether they will burn you.
Yeah.
But so long as you're breathing, you
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 still
you are
have
in con-
opportunity.
yes, you still have an opportunity. And so long as you have this device called a mobile phone, leave alone the laptop, the mobile phone.
Yeah. Mm.
I have this Muzungu I'm working with. And the person I'm going to propose he work with is my sister.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be marketing his business on Reddit and on Pinterest. My
Yeah.
sister has a very nice smartphone. I was telling her all you need to do is when he writes those blog posts, you go get him clients on Reddit with your
Yeah.
phone. You drive traffic
Yeah.
to the website. If you just drive traffic of 500 people every day from
Yeah.
America using your phone on Reddit, that Mzungu
Yeah.
will comfortably pay you 45,000 shillings every month. He will not
Wow.
hesitate. All
True.
you need is your mobile phone. Now,
Phone.
you see, now, number one, what you need is, first of all, you believe in yourself. Second thing,
Mm-hmm.
know how to relate with people. Know how to relate with
Yes.
friends. Let me tell you, if you ever hear somebody say, I don't have friends, that's not a flex. That's not something to flex. You have a
It is.
problem with it.
It is bad. Yeah. It is a bad look.
Don't have
It is a
friends.
bad look. Yes.
It's you. You're the problem. Your
You're the
problem is,
problem. Yeah.
yeah, and you should look deep inside and start
Yeah.
relating with people well and start looking at things from other people's perspective as much as you would want them to see your perspective. Have
Yeah.
agreements with people and honor them and respect them.
Yeah.
Then live with people from there. You can't live with people by walking over their heads. They will not let you, they will leave you, they will discard
True.
you. They will not disrespect you, they will put you in a corner where they don't want to deal with you because you're
Yes.
overwhelming. Be helpful.
Yeah.
Ukikuwa to be helpful. Provide food. Share rent if you
Yeah.
can. Although mimi hata sikuwa naambiwa ni produce. You know me ni mimi mwenyewe nilikuwa najiambia. Sikuwa naambiwa.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I was living with my best friend, I would go and look at how wamama wa vibanda. I give
Mm-hmm.
them my number. I tell them, and I used to be good with them. And I tell them, when you hear somebody want kufuliwa nguo,
Yes.
tell them I'm here to wash for
Tell
them. But
me.
let them be
Yeah.
women. Let them be women,
Yeah.
not men.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
go to salons and tell them, hi. Mkisikia mtu anataka kufuliwa nguo, I'm here.
Mm.
Kwa
Mm.
keme, kwa duka. And then I would
Looking for
spot one mama wa
opportunities
kibanda.
yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you see that one mama wa kibanda. You go to her, you give her sukuma wiki, cabbage. You're speaking with her and you're telling her
Yeah.
you do cleaning people clothes. The more you
Yeah.
treat her better, the more you buy for
Mm.
her, the more she appreciates, the more she sends clients to you.
True.
The more your that pharmacy out there, yenye hutakangi kununua because you think they will be left gossiping you, those are the people who will provide you an opportunity. Let me
Yeah.
tell you
True.
something. Sometimes we are so busy thinking people are gossiping us. Sometimes we need
But
to
they're
think that
not.
people they don't even think about
They
us.
don't even. True. Sometimes you think people are thinking about you. No one is even thinking about you. You're not even there. People have so much going on that
Yes,
if you think you're the center of attention, you are wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong.
very.
People are busy thinking about their own things. And sometimes when you don't talk about yourself and say, this is the need that I have, how will people help you if you don't talk about it?
And
How
then
will people
people
come
now,
through for you and they don't even know what you need?
and when you don't tell people what, like I would go and tell them, like, what else could I tell Mama Boga? Oh, I have a
Yeah.
need. community development, if you hear somebody interested in a community worker, this is why I'm saying situational awareness.
Yes. Be aware of where you are. Read the room.
Uh,
Read.
who needs somebody to do laundry? Huyo mama mboga, she's the
Yes.
one who knows. That's
Yes.
the thing.
That's where referrals come from.
Yeah, that was Mama was salon when they are gossiping there, because most of the time they don't even gossip, they are speaking the truth. There is the difference
Yes.
between saying the truth and gossiping.
It's true. Very
Most of us, we
true.
don't want to be told the truth.
Yeah.
They are told,
True.
you go do laundry. The one who you did laundry for, when they are doing the hair, they start talking about you doing that laundry.
To
That person
someone
who is
else.
done their hair next, they hear
Yes.
you being spoken about how you do laundry.
Yes.
Then they ask for
And
you.
that's how,
I need to
yes,
survive.
that's how word spreads. Otherwise, how do people know about you if you don't let them?
Yeah, and that is the same strategy I duplicated in the online world
Yeah.
in marketing myself. Now in the
Yeah.
online world, is that now I have to communicate a different language: digital
Mm.
marketing, web design,
Mm-hmm.
graphic
Yes.
design, course creation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In the
Because
right
now
platforms.
a lot of people don't understand the situation they are in. Situation
Yes.
awareness does not only occur when you're in danger,
Yeah.
it occurs in general life. There are things,
Yeah.
you're married, right?
Yes, I am.
There are things there are situations when your husband is there are things you can't say. But when you are with your friend, you will say them.
Yes. True. Very true.
There
Very
are things
true.
you can't say to your husband when your children and the house girl is not there. You know,
Yes.
the same thing
These
applies
are
in
things.
business.
Yes. Yes.
And people
I
don't
agree with
understand
you
that
100%. True. You go in the wrong platform and you're talking about the wrong thing.
nobody's going to relate. You just want to be with somebody who relates with you. That's all.
Very true.
And you want to be to deliver the right information to the sphere of influence. Mama
Yes.
Mbao has her own sphere.
Yes.
That salon lady whom you think gossip has her own. And me, there is one thing that bothers me: the way people think
Yeah.
others will gossip them.
Sometimes it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. It is
Yeah,
not actually. Sometimes it's all in the mind.
yeah,
Maybe you are just insecure about one, two, three, and four things, right?
yeah.
And now you think everyone knows about it, that everyone is aware, everyone is talking about it, while else no one even cares.
Absolutely.
No one is focusing on that at all.
Like me, tomorrow is when I'm going to pay my rent for the next 6 months.
Yes.
You didn't know until nikwambie. You would think Jane amesort mambo yake. But until nikwambie
Yeah.
and you don't know.
I wouldn't know. I
Exactly.
wouldn't know.
That's it. A lot of people don't know what we are going through or what we have on our plans. They don't know
So they do not. And I agree. I agree
until
with
we
you
tell them.
completely. And even when you see people talking, it's not always about you. I wish people would understand that part. When people are talking, they're just talking about their own things. Or if they're talking about you, just assume that they're talking good things about you and you go about your way.
And even if it's
Right?
a bad thing, and even if it's a bad thing or a thing you disagree with, just cool down and sometimes try to look. Most of the time, they're saying the truth.
It's just that you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it.
Now,
You want to assume.
yeah,
Mm.
now you see, every time you see kufua nguo, you see we all have skills.
Yes.
It just depends on how you want to monetize it. I know how to do laundry.
True.
I can monetize it
True. And
by
sometimes
doing
this And sometimes these skills come very naturally. Some of them are
Exactly.
things you have learned, just knowing how to monetize it. That's where the
Yeah,
problem is now. Because
yeah.
I'm sure most of the people, and most of even my listeners that are listening in today, may be asking themselves, how do I monetize this skill that I have? How do I monetize this thing that I know how to do that comes so naturally? I don't know, Jane, if you've realized that
Hmm.
there are things that come naturally to you and do not come very naturally to me.
I
Do you
agree.
know that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yes. At least go on.
yeah, yeah. So now what I'm saying is, if you want to monetize anything, number one, just understand the situation you are in. Number one,
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
broke. I have this laptop. I have this friend. Now you start being realistic and honest with yourself, because there's one person you can't lie to. It's
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
It's yourself. True.
I'm broke. This is how I looked at myself. I'm broke. I don't have a place to stay. I have my laptop, have my clothes, and
And
I
I
have
have
my
this friend.
friend. So I went to my friend I know. I told her I'm here. She just
Yeah.
told me come here. I told her I'm not going anywhere. I'm living here. I don't have a place to
Yeah.
stay. She just
Yeah.
took me to her son's bedroom and they started staying there. And I
Yes.
told her I don't have
It
anything to offer. And that was, see, I
yeah.
didn't go lying that I'll be helping her pay rent and do this. No, I just told her I don't have anything to offer. Then the next morning, I woke up, took breakfast, went to Mama Mboga hapo nje, told her what I do, then realized I should be buying from her. I am the one who
Yeah.
would go and make sure naitisha besti yangu pesa, make sure Mama Mboga is the one, that Mama Mboga, then go to the pharmacy to get myself some, because I'm asthmatic. I
Yeah.
I need one pharmacy, salon,
Mm-hmm.
one salon. So I would go to the one in the area, and that's how I did it. So you have to look at the resources surrounding you.
Yes.
That's where it
Ask yourself,
starts.
what to do. Yes. What do I have at hand? What can I
You,
work with? Right?
yeah, you can decide. Let me tell you, you can decide to be in two scenarios. You can
Yeah.
decide to stay there, pity
Yes.
yourself, cry, hate yourself, say you are not worth it, go settle with
Yes.
a man that you don't even love just to seek refuge.
True.
Or you can look at for your female friends, your mother, your auntie, your
Yes.
cousin. You go live with them, you be at your
Mm-hmm.
best behavior, you wake up and look
Yeah.
for work, not sit down and watch their TV as you eat their food
Every day,
every day. And
all
if they have
day, all
children, you
week
help them.
round.
Yeah, and if they have children, you help them with their assignment, homework.
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
be
Be
helpful.
helpful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
in the process, you will realize so much about you.
Yes.
And those experiences you are gaining, you go and duplicate them somewhere. Because that's what
Yes.
that experience for Mama Mboga Pharmacy, it's the same strategy I duplicate online when I'm networking.
Yes. Yes.
Now I came to the internet world. I learned affiliate marketing, email marketing. I learned Google Ads, and then I learned LinkedIn. And
Yes.
in this environment of LinkedIn, I realized a lot of
Yeah.
people don't understand Google Ads, and they are so cheap. I realized that there is this niche of doctors,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
consultants, of these people. Nobody is showing them Google
Yeah.
Ads. And I
Yeah.
detected the same way I detected Mama Mboga and was like, this
Yeah.
is how I should deal with Mama Mboga. The same way I went and started detecting these people and seeing the
And
challenge
how
they
to
have,
deal with professionals. Yes.
and now deal with them from a professional. And then through that, I evolved into creating online courses and being consulted on how to create online courses, even by
Yeah.
institutions of higher learning.
Yeah.
Because I work with professors, I work with lecturers, I work with
Yeah.
teachers, and I work with coaches, and I focus on
Yeah.
learning platforms. And
Yeah.
I've been doing that for 7 years.
Yeah.
And so
You.
ikakuja tu hivyo imeevolve peke yake. Because I tried
Yeah.
dropshipping, people held
Yeah.
my money. I gave up on dropshipping.
Yeah.
I tried e-commerce, importing things from China. I failed.
Yeah.
Okay, but I teach people how to import from China and I make money through that.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
you already have the experience, so you're teaching from a point of I tried this worked, this did not work.
exactly.
Sometimes your failures are not they're not things to put away.
Exactly.
Sometimes those are lessons that you teach other people and let them climb that ladder using you so
Yes,
that they don't go repeating the same mistake. You see?
absolutely. Yeah. So back in 2014, 10 years ago, at the age of
Yeah.
24, when I went for my
Yeah.
internship, and I
Yes.
was like, I never want to be employed.
Yeah.
I was like, I told my mom and dad, I'm not going to be employed. I'm going to be an entrepreneur.
You knew from the word go that you were interested in entrepreneurship.
Yeah. At the
You had your
internship, and then,
mindset.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I tell people, when you go to interning, it's supposed to help you, number one, know if you are fit in the corporate world, in the
Yeah.
employment world. For me, the
Yeah.
answer was no. This is not my area. And this is something a
Yeah.
lot of people miss out.
True.
Interning
True.
test is to test you. Can you handle this thing? Me, no. Me, wake up.
I
It was a boring routine. This inanga
I
routine.
agree.
And
In,
to do.
in yeah.
I only
You
have a
work according to your schedule.
yeah. So if my to-do list says this you do today, even if I wake up
Yeah.
at 1, or I wake up at
Yeah.
5, or I wake
Yeah.
because I wake up when my eyes open.
Yeah.
I don't have like now I was
A
like,
daily
I wake up, I go to work, I come back,
every day.
I see people I hate. I used to dislike those people I was working with. And then I try to borrow money. I don't want to borrow money. I'm so proud.
So funny. That just reminded me how I went my first job. My first job was in human resource. And to be very honest, I am a human resource professional by
Mhm.
background. But it just reminded me how I do not want to work in HR ever
Mhm.
again in my life. Because dealing with employees, goodness gracious, whoa, I don't think I want to hear those grievances every day. Every day. This one, this that, this and that. No. I really don't. And it gave me a perspective of human resource that I respect from a distance.
What?
And it gave me a perspective of wanting to just do something else.
Yeah,
Human resources for other people and not for me.
exactly. But so many people end up being stuck into something they don't like just because of the small money they get paid. Small
True.
money.
True.
Small money
True.
you will
There's
make
so
even
much
with your own
potential here.
independence. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
True.
make small money like 30,000 on your own terms as a
Yeah.
freelancer.
It's freedom. It's very freeing
Yeah.
and it's very rewarding.
And you gain skills from different people because if today I'm dealing with someone in travel, tomorrow I'm dealing with someone in research, the other day I'm dealing with somebody who has a different thing, I
Yeah.
tend to be
Yeah.
more smarter.
True.
So I sat down with my father and my mother and I told them I hate being employed. I don't like the routine. I don't think I'm a
And I'm
community worker. I don't think I'm an advocate of anything. And the worst thing, I'm not going to write
yeah.
money to white people and borrow them money. I think I
Again.
can create something and make money out of
Yeah.
it than sit down and
True.
write proposals and borrow people money. I'm not doing that. I'm not
Yeah.
borrowing money. Iyo nayo sifanyi.
Money. Mm-hmm.
That
You'd
one I
rather
do.
sell
Yeah.
a skill to them, sell an ebook, and get paid for it.
Yeah. And that's why I'm creating that platform called the Daily Learners. Because on the Daily Learners, you can come and teach something,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
other people can come and teach something. And we take a commission of 30%. So you see, if we
Yeah.
can have people who are generating $100,000, we are keeping
Yeah.
$30,000. You see, it's
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
residual income on my side. And it's going to be a
Yeah.
platform that is going to solve so many problems, because I have been creating courses with people for 7 years, and a lot of
Yeah.
people tell me they can't afford the learning management system, they can't afford a website, and they don't even know how to market for them. So I provide them the
Yeah.
website, I provide them the learning management system, and I provide them with marketing, because I'll be
Yeah.
marketing. So
Mm-hmm.
so when I was seated with my dad, he told me, if you really want to be rich, you need to start a business.
Yeah.
And he told me his brother that used to sell those movie CDs, pale
Yes.
Odi
Yes.
Cinema.
Yeah.
And he later on started making plastics, printing business.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
would print, um, you see the bottles, the cooking oil bottles.
Yeah.
You see the one for
The ones
yogurt.
that are branded? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And the one for
Yes.
water, those plastic
Yeah.
bottles. He started
Yeah.
branding. He started now being given contracts to do those papers. You see the papers?
Yeah.
He would do
Yeah.
the printing, the design, and everything. And then he
Yeah.
figured out how to now start manufacturing the bottles. And he
Yeah.
told me back in 2007, he bought land in Karen, 7 acres at 30 million. Was it 30 million per acre?
Mm-hmm.
And he told me, you need to start a business that is going to capture a big demographic,
Yeah.
change things, change the way business is done,
Yeah.
change other people's life, and you're going to make money.
Yeah.
And
A
that's how,
unique, a business that is unique, right? That has,
exactly,
that attracts many people, that many
absolutely.
people can relate to. Yeah. That will
Yes.
give you, of course, it will give you a very big profit margin when you look at it.
Yeah, and my uncle has a go down in Nini, industrial area.
Yeah.
Although I have never met him, because I met my dad when I was 20. I told you my
Yeah.
parents gave back to they gave back to me wakiwa from two, whatever really. My mom is born 1972.
She's young.
Very. Actually si wa 72, ni kwa ID. Shushu anashindanga akipiga makelele ni wa 74. She's turning 50. Aga.
Wow. Wow, that's a young parent.
My dad looks like my brother.
That's a very young parent. That's amazing.
Classmates in Form 2, they got me, they manufactured me.
And that's why you're that brilliant.
They were experimenting, I think.
They were doing a lab experiment,
And
and
after wamesoma biology.
here you are. Here you are from a biology experiment. Wow. Tell them we are privileged. We are privileged to have you from the bio experiment.
Yeah,
Let's continue.
wacha naona, wacha ni my naangalianga mom namuuliza, mom,
Yeah.
I've just continued with school. Sometimes I get angry with her. And she tells me,
Why?
at least I have you. You're the best thing I ever had. That's what she keeps telling
Of
me.
course. Of course. It's parents who sacrifice.
Yeah, so with
Yeah.
my dad gave me that perspective. I got it. I took life serious. I started a
Yeah.
daycare in 2015 January. I'm very quick at
Yeah.
implementing things. And I went to a place whereby, so what I did, let me tell you, I went,
Yeah.
printed posters. We were living in
Yeah.
Roiro, went
Yeah.
to Angels. There are so many
Mm-hmm.
companies in Roiro. So I went to
Yeah.
Angels, the one that make
Mm-hmm.
this hair we put on our hair.
Yeah. Angel. Yeah.
And in Angel, I gave them those papers and I told them, I have a daycare, bring your children here. And I told them, for 200 shillings, I will take care of your children for 6 days. So
Yeah.
instead of 2 days, I'll give you free of charge. Free.
Yeah.
They came 12. And the extra baby was 19.
Wow.
Let me tell you, because I didn't know how a bed bag looks like, my babies would
Yeah.
keep crying. I had put
Uh-huh.
the wall, nice charts, colorful things on the wall, nice
Yeah.
mattresses I had bought, toys,
Yeah.
potty, those nice things for babies to play
For
with.
daycares. Yes.
Yeah. and I was alone, and my mom would just come and help me at times akitoka kazi, but the babies would
Yeah.
not stop crying until my mother saw a bed bag.
Wow. Where did the bed bag come from?
They were all over the wall. I had not looked at the wall.
Wow.
My mom akaanza kutoa hizo chat, akaona zimejaa huku nyuma, akaanza kuona bed bag,
Whoa.
akaniambia, now I
Yeah.
see why the babies are crying. So
Are crying. They were uncomfortable.
so we put the babies on a mkokoteni under the sun,
Mm-hmm.
took them to my mom's house,
Yeah.
nikamalizia kazi hapo, and I closed the daycare.
But it gave you experience.
Yeah, it gave me experience. So I still learned. My daycare didn't fail because I didn't market or didn't do my nini. It failed just because I didn't do thorough research on what was expected
Yeah.
of me when I'm doing nini. And that is why nakuanga obsessed na research. I tend to
Yeah.
want to understand what I'm dealing with. Then I
I
moved on.
agree.
I moved on, graduated in 2016. Then
Yeah.
in 2017, that's when I started working online, continued like
Yeah.
that. In 2021, it's when I officially started doing web design. And
Yeah.
the first client was actually a lecturer from the University of
Yeah.
Nairobi. And she asked me to
Yeah.
be a mentor. And I never believed that a whole lecturer could ask me to be a mentor. And she really
Wow.
made me feel, she empowered me. Some things
Yeah.
people tell you, that's why I'm very kind to people, because your
Yeah.
kindness can propel someone's career and take it far.
For that is very true. Very,
Yeah.
very
So
true.
her telling me to be her mentor, her being kind to me and nice to me really boosted my self-esteem in a huge way.
Yeah.
And I moved like that, moved like that. Now here I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Have I struggled?
And
I
yes,
have struggled a lot. I have struggled with depression because I
I,
have an
I would really like to hear about those challenges that you've had over the 7 years that you, especially being online. Your business is online. Online just became a thing the other day. It was not that big of a thing the past like 10 years, but it has started to become a thing now. And there's a positive and negative things about online. So I'd like to hear the challenges that you have had over the past 7 years.
Number one challenge is number one, men. When you're working online and you're doing live
Yes,
things like this one, and you're not
yes,
careful with the people
yes,
you're connecting with, and they join a
yes,
live,
yeah,
mostly if they know you're working with women, they are
yeah.
likely to harass them sexually.
Okay, okay,
There is a lot of
okay,
sexual harassment on a call, people sending you pornographic links, people sending you
okay,
pornographic videos,
yeah,
even video calling you and showing their private parts. Those are things I
yeah.
have experienced.
Wow,
So,
that's uncomfortable.
very. So, I used to do online things, invite women, because
Yes,
I've been working with women my whole life, my whole life.
yeah, yeah,
So, I would bring in women on Zoom. I didn't even know how
yeah,
to switch off Zoom when I started using it back in
yeah,
2017. So,
yeah.
women would come, listen, and then you would see a man ameweka kamera yake harassing my women. The other
Oh,
thing
that's
is, yeah, you will
yeah,
find women, they come to listen to me with their husbands. And
yeah,
this training I was doing back in 2021. And in
yeah,
digital marketing, you have to teach ethics, you have to teach the
yes,
guidelines, you have to teach
yeah,
rules that are to be followed.
yeah, yeah,
And one thing we were talking about is the sex toys. You know,
yes,
you talk about sex toys, you have to talk about uh, uh, prescription drugs. You have to talk
yeah,
about like alcohol, betting, gambling,
yeah,
casino.
yeah,
You have to talk about loans and
yeah,
insurance,
yeah,
anything regarding health. There are guidelines you
yeah,
should follow, and also
yeah,
data
yeah.
protection we need. And
Online, yes,
it didn't even pita at a, I don't think at ilipita 1 minute telling women the
yeah,
guidelines you follow when marketing sex toy and sex products like
yeah,
pornographic material. And one woman came to with her husband to my training. And the following
yeah.
day, she's telling me my husband said you should not be talking about those things.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, if I was a Muslim,
Yeah.
I took my son or my daughter to a veterinary school. Will I go
Yeah.
to tell the lecturer not to teach how to vaccinate a pig?
No,
You can't.
you cannot.
You
I think
can't
you learn according to the curriculum. You
exactly.
cannot dictate what, yeah. I don't believe that you can dictate whatever people need to learn. If it's part of the curriculum, that is what everyone will learn.
Absolutely. Even when we are in
Yeah.
college, when we are learning, you're a human resource, right? There are
Yes,
ethics you
yes.
follow, right?
Yes, there are.
You will be taught about sexual harassment.
Yes.
Can you
And
imagine
these are things
somebody?
that happen.
Yeah, us. Okay, the thing when you're learning about ethics, okay, us because we are social workers, we are community workers, we learn even medical ethics.
Yeah.
So, like, we are even told when an abortion is necessary and when it's not necessary,
Yeah.
when euthanasia is necessary and when it's not necessary.
Yeah.
If I'm a community worker and I
Yeah.
have a case of abortion, how will I
Yeah.
handle it? A woman who wants to
True.
access abortion. Now, you cannot come to tell me because you are a Christian, do not
Yeah.
teach my daughter about abortion. That's what the
Yeah.
curriculum dictates.
Is talking about, yes. Yes.
Yeah, so you will find men try to come into this space to dictate, and they have to block the wife and the husband. Other
Yeah.
thing is you will find the wife, she can't be able to convince her husband to do anything, and she will be like, help me convince my husband. Honey, I'm not doing that for you. If you cannot
Yeah.
convince the person
Yeah.
you have given birth to his children, the
Yeah.
person you sleep next to every single day, the person
Yeah.
who gets inside of your body, inside and out of your body, if you that
Yeah.
person you cannot convince him, if you
How
cannot,
am I? Yeah.
and how do I expect you to go and convince others whatever I teach you?
Yeah.
If
Now
you
you're
went
going to be playing the devil's advocate as well, and
yeah,
even as they go market, how are they going to be able to convince other people about what they are selling?
that's it. So I those are some of the challenges I go through. Have I been nimenyang'anywa pesa? Yes. I've done work
Yeah.
and to be paid. I have been
Yeah.
a victim of intellectual property theft. Okay, you do a website, you do things, then
Yeah.
somebody just goes and present it as his, and it's your product.
And
And you
online that happens a lot. That
a
happens a
lot.
lot online.
Actually, for me, it was taken away from me by a professor from the university. There is nothing
Yeah.
I can do.
An online product, if you have not identified as your intellectual property and trademarked it, it is
Yeah,
actually very risky,
yes.
right?
And I
And
have been a victim.
even for small businesses, that can easily happen to them because you have not known how to go about these things, right?
Yeah,
And so you're easily a victim of stealing, of scamming, of being what is it called, of being cyberbullied, of being like you are exposed to all this thing online because maybe you are not aware of how to go about your
yeah,
business. And that's
yeah,
why I think that's why we learn in foundations about safety on the internet and the guidelines.
absolutely, absolutely. That course teaches
Yeah.
about safety on the internet. Yeah,
Yes.
and you see, when it comes to payment, you have to ask people to pay you before. Like me, I usually ask for 100 payment percent before.
Yeah.
If they can't do
Yeah.
50-50, I'm not working with them. But if that person is referred by a person I trust and they say they will
Yeah.
pay 50-50, I go with their way of doing things. Then after we have
Yeah.
work, I let them
Yeah.
know next time I will not do 50-50, I do 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you
So
have to
that's,
have a contract. You have to have a
yeah.
contract, and in the
Yeah.
contract you attach an invoice, and then you
Yeah.
attach a work plan. Those three should
Yes.
go hand in hand
A work plan, a contract, and an
in an
invoice.
invoice. Absolutely, so that you
These
can
are
be able to
tips.
prove. Yeah, you can be able
Yeah.
to prove the levels of work you have been able to, the milestones zenye
Yeah.
umedeliver. Ndio akiitisha
Yeah.
refund, you can defend yourself.
Okay. Okay, but then these are tips that my listeners should be taking note of. When you're doing business online, you have also to have papers. You have
Yes.
to have your papers in line.
Mm-hmm.
As Jen said, contracts are very important. As well, have invoice, have
And a work plan.
your and a work plan, and also have your business registered,
Yes.
so that whatever can happen, so that if anything happens to you, you're able to say that this is my business, it's legit, I am not a scammer online,
And
because
you
you
also
can be
have a
accused of
balance.
so many things. And
And
yeah,
you have
and
a balance sheet.
bookkeeping.
Yeah,
Please
because
tell,
if you
please
have a problem with
give
tax,
my people these tips, Jane.
if you have a
You
problem,
have been around the block so hard. Yeah.
KRA came for you. Hey, hey, you will not have. You know, let me tell you something. As a
Yeah.
freelancer, work as a
Yes.
freelancer informally.
Yeah.
You know, in Kenya, the informal sector is not taxed.
Yes. Yes.
If you go the formal way, remember, I've only done the name registration. It's not a
Yes.
company, it's not anything. I've not gone beyond the
Yes.
formalities. I've not done
Yes.
the formalities.
Yes.
But kwa e-citizen, I have registered my
You
name.
registered your business. Yes.
Yes. But my business is informal. It's not a formal one, it's a sole proprietor.
Yes.
So with that, you can be exempted from tax, not
Yes.
evasion.
Yes.
Remember,
Yes.
wewe ni kama mama mboga, wewe ni kama mtu wa jua kali, you're operating like that.
Yes. Yes.
So you have to also understand the law that what you're up against. So when they come for
Yes.
you, you know how to defend yourself. Me,
To
I'm in the
defend
informal
yourself.
sector.
Yes. And you're a
Yeah,
sole proprietor.
yeah, that's how I do my things. So don't
Yes.
do the formality way if you don't want to enjoy tax exemption.
Yeah, true, true, true. And
You know,
also if your business is
the,
still small.
eh?
And also if your business is still small.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it's
Please,
making 200K, it's still small.
it's still small.
Yes,
When
very
taxed,
small.
ni nini utabaki nayo if you're taxed with your 200,000 Kenya shillings?
So if
Anyway,
you take the informal way, you should.
yes. I would like for you, Jen. I would like for you to tell my listeners about the opportunities that are available online with the skills that we have. We have freelancing, we have digital marketing, we have social media analysts. Please let them know about the things that they can do online, not just going on TikTok and just watching videos, or going to Facebook to just like people's pictures, or on Instagram. Social media is a very powerful tool if you want to make money from it, right?
Yes,
Please let
freelancing.
them know. Yes.
Freelancing is like an umbrella. You see,
Yeah.
when you open an umbrella, I wish I had
Yeah.
an umbrella. When you open an umbrella like this, it
There are
opens
so
like
many
a macro,
branches.
and there are so
Yes.
yeah. Up here, it's freelancing. You see that
Yes.
knob or that thing that is up here? That is now
Yes.
freelancing itself. Now everything
Yes.
else that falls down is now the
Yeah.
skill. The skills can
Yes.
be that of an architect, that of an engineer, that of a HR, that of a digital marketer, that of a web
Yeah.
designer, that of a software engineer, that of a plumber, that of a anything.
Yes.
So freelancing is up there. Everything else can't below it. Anybody can
Yes.
freelance. Okay.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
Google is a very powerful tool. So you can go on Google and ask it, how become a freelancer as a plumber?
Yeah.
Also, number one thing I recommend, I have a freelancing course that I teach how to become a freelancer. The first thing
Yes.
I encourage people to do is to write down their skills and look around
Yes.
what they have. The skills they
Yeah.
have learned on YouTube, the skills they have learned in college, the skills that they have done outside college and online, like the way
Mm-hmm.
I did on Udemy, and
Yeah.
things that you did with your mother, your father, your everything, and become a
Yeah.
freelancer from there. Because remember,
Yes.
when nilikuwa nafanya kazi ya kufua nguo, that was freelancing.
It was. It was.
That was
Freelancing
freelancing.
is something, as long as you're not employed, you're doing these things on your own, you're finding your clients on your own, you're offering these skills on your own, you're taking payments on your own, you're marketing yourself. That's freelancing because
Exactly.
you're doing it yourself.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes, continue.
Yeah, I'm happy you have explained it the right way. So,
Yes.
when you write down, you are able to come up with so many skills. Trust me, you can come up with even 50 skills that you know.
Yes.
You can come up with a skill of, wait a minute, I'm very good at organizing my cabinets. Guess what? I'm
I
going to
can.
start telling people I can organize their cabinets. I'll be going to people's home and organize them.
And that's a business. And that's a business. Just like organizing people's clothes.
Yes,
It's a business. It's a business. It looks so simple,
there are
but
people who,
it can earn you money.
there are people who will tell me, I just find arranging things therapeutic. It calms me down.
Yes.
Why don't you
Yeah.
let me get paid for it? Or
Of course.
you tell people, I will record when I'm arranging your things and then I'll charge you half the price.
Yes.
You love cleaning. You are like, wait a minute. There are buildings being built every single day. They might need
Yes.
someone to wash them.
Yes.
Wait a
And
minute. There are single people like Jambi who are asthmatic. They would want somebody to clean their home. And you know, I live in a one-bedroom apartment and I pay
yeah.
1,500 kuoshewa
Yeah.
by that lady. She
Yeah.
she comes and do everything.
Cleans everything. And that's a cleaning business.
Absolutely.
How do Jen? Let me tell you about a cleaning business.
Please do.
Cleaning business just means that someone you I have thought about starting a cleaning company. I actually have a name for it. I have not actually went ahead and done anything about it,
Mm-hmm.
but I have thought about it. So let me break it down very simply for someone who might think they want to do this business. You go to those people. There are people who sell detergents.
Yes.
These detergents za kukoroga za kumix.
Yeah.
Aya, you find let's say mama fua. You find three mama fuas, they'll
Mm-hmm.
be handling the clothes. You
Yes.
find three gentlemen, they'll be handling, let's say, the couches
Yeah.
and the carpets. And you find someone who does carpets or someone who does something else. And you just bring about all these people to integrate.
Yeah.
And that's how you come up with a business.
Absolutely.
Yours is just to take orders and say, Gasheri is calling me for a cleaning service.
Yeah.
You call your people, you organize them, you organize the day, you get the equipment, and you send them there. What is so hard about it?
Nothing.
It's not rocket science. And then now, how you use online to do these things is you showcase while you take pictures while you clean, you
Yeah.
take videos while you clean, you put
Yeah.
them on Facebook, you put them on
Absolutely.
Instagram,
Yeah. And
you
people
put
will
them
be
on
like,
your WhatsApp,
and
and you
people
name
will
this. Yes, and people will be calling you and give reviews. It's
they will
as
give
easy
you
as that.
referrals. And they will give you referrals.
Jane, these things they are just they're not rocket science.
And do
I
you
think
know
it's
why
just opening your
yeah.
mind to it. Yes.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. You know why I don't bother with that woman who does cleaning for me?
Yeah.
Because she just knows how I love my work done.
Yeah.
She knows how I want everything in its place. She knows it. So I don't you have you ever worked with somebody? You just have to keep telling them, do this, do this, do this. You have to keep
Yeah.
there
That
is
is
nothing
irritating
bad
and
to so,
annoying.
like repeating yourself to an adult like
It's
they are a
it's
child.
annoying. True. It's annoying. It's
You know,
annoying.
she comes, she does her things, and that's it.
Yeah.
And she minds her own business when I'm minding mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can freelance in anything. Freelancing is the one which is up there, everything else is below it. Even virtual
Yes.
assistant, anything. Even an attorney a lawyer can be a freelancer. A website like
Yeah.
mine will need a lawyer to write for us our
Mm-hmm.
privacy policy, contract between teachers and us, contract
Yeah.
between us and students, and teachers and students. We will have to have those
Yeah.
contracts because they will be
Yeah.
in form of terms and conditions and privacy policy, and someone where people say they agree.
Yeah.
So we will need somebody to write this. But you don't see
Yeah.
them in Kenya. Unaona tu ni wazungu wanaandika hizo vitu.
Yes. 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 Yes.
And guess what? I
It's
will write to them because they understand what that type of
yeah.
a
What you
website, type
need.
of, yeah, they are the ones. So there is no way mtu atakuja aniambie they are going to experiment with my website. I
So,
cannot
so
take
you
that
can take
risk.
a chance. Yes, you can
I
take a
cannot
chance.
take
Yeah.
that risk with such a website. So I want to
Yeah.
deal with somebody who specializes in doing privacy policies for websites like mine, multi-vendor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would encourage even lawyers to venture into freelancing because we have so many websites coming up. They will help with the
Yeah.
privacy policy, the terms and
Yeah.
conditions. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, you see, we were talking about some of the challenges I go through. I teach,
Yeah.
and most
Yeah.
of the content I offer is usually free. But then
Yeah.
I decided to sell the one for freelancing. The
Yeah.
insults I got into my inbox, that is how
Yeah.
I make money. I have been working online for 7 years without selling people
Yeah.
courses.
Yeah.
And somebody comfortably comes and tell me, oh, that is
Mm.
the way you make your money. And I'm like, wait a minute. I have been
Yeah.
teaching for free. But the moment I sell one thing, you have a problem.
You have a problem with it. Obviously, you have to get you have to get something back from the service that you offer.
Yeah, because
How will you be able to sustain yourself, Jane?
the tools I'm using, nothing is free. My phone is paid
Nothing
for.
is free. True, everything is an investment. You have to invest for it to come back to you. And
Absolutely.
for something good to happen, you have to have put a good investment into it. Every software, every document that you use, every tool that you use to even produce these courses is
Yeah,
an investment.
yes. So yeah, those are some of the things. So also, I like I said, I have an autoimmune condition that is called psoriasis and psoriasis
Yes.
arthritis, and it really causes me some serious issues. I have so
Yeah.
many. I'm allergic to almost everything. I just don't
Yeah.
eat anyhow because of
Yeah.
the nitaanza tu kugonjeka. So
Yeah.
back in 2019, PayPal held my
Yeah.
money. I had ovarian cyst. I broke my leg,
Yeah.
and I developed arthritis that time. And
Yeah.
psoriasis was worsening.
Yeah.
I got into depression, and then the medication they gave me made me suicidal.
Yeah.
I got myself out of it. Okay, yes, I was taken to hospital. I was taken to
Yeah.
see a psychiatrist. I was I
Yeah.
was I was given the best, and my diet was changed,
Yeah.
but I was in a pit of hell. And my
Yeah.
mother was approached by a woman, her neighbor,
Yeah.
and she was telling her, my
Yeah.
daughter is 23 years old. She's going through this and that. What should I
Yeah.
do to her?
Yeah.
And she told her, let me tell you about my daughter Jambi, and she's going to
Yeah.
help your daughter.
Yeah.
She told her my story.
Yeah.
And my mom came and told me, I told somebody your story.
Yeah.
And your daughter, after I told them about you, and you
Yeah.
came and greeted them after I told you to come and say hi to her, and she saw
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
that girl, she's not sleeping. She's not refusing to shower. She's not
Yeah.
refusing to talk to people. She
Yeah.
has started to go look for work. She has started
Mm.
interacting with people. She has come to help her mom at work. And she told
Mm.
me to keep doing what I do. But she was telling me she
Okay.
told somebody, and she was telling me not to get angry. And I told her, I'm not angry. I tell people about that
Yeah.
story all the time.
Yeah.
And what I like telling people is even if you're depressed, sometimes just wake up, take a shower, go under the
Yeah.
sun, enjoy the sun,
Yeah.
smile with
Yeah.
people. You can't
Yeah,
accept.
that was
Yeah.
something that I actually wanted to ask you about. Like, how did you get out of your depression? Like, I know sometimes you get into the pit hole of it and you
Yeah,
get overwhelmed.
The major cause was actually the medication.
Okay.
Sometimes drugs can cause
Yeah.
side effects, can be depression. Mostly
Yes,
when you
yes.
have mini chronic illnesses, diseases that
Yes.
require you to nini. So every time you feel like you're depressed, sometimes look if you're taking any medicine.
Mm.
That could be the cause.
That
Number
is
two,
affecting your hormones, right?
yeah. Number two,
Okay.
look if you have
Mm.
a small baby or if you
Yeah.
have had an abortion.
Yeah.
Having a baby and having an abortion sometimes causes that inaitangwaje that depression.
Postpartum?
Depression, yeah, even abortion causes it. If you have had that,
Mm.
put it into
Yeah.
consideration.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
postpartum depression. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, put it into consideration. Even miscarriage.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. The third thing is vitamin D deficiency. Be
Yeah.
check for your vitamin D levels. My vitamin D levels were so low, so
Mm.
low. So when you are low in vitamin D, you tend to be depressed. So now you have
Mm.
low vitamin D levels and you're taking
Yeah.
medication whose
Yeah.
side effect is depression. So I would be
Yeah.
depressed and suicidal. That
Yeah.
nilikuwa natoka kwa fast from na scratches, zile crutches za kwenda hivi
Uh,
huko niende nikajirushe.
Whoa. That was bad. I'm so
And
sorry you had to go through that.
it reached a point, I
Yeah.
felt so bad. Ilikuwa saa 8, I pulled my laptop, I
Yeah.
typed, I looked for a psychologist online, and one was online, and I told
Yeah.
them how I feel. And I was told
Yeah.
to take into a psychiatrist hospital. And I called this
Immediately.
young man, mwenye alikuwa ananipenda, he really loved me.
Yeah.
And I called him and I told him, check the email I have sent you. And the
Yeah.
following day at 5,
Yeah.
alikuwa hapo na gari yake akanipeleka
Mm.
Nairobi Hosi. Sijui kama nilipelekwa Parklands ama Upper Hill, but nilikuwa
Yeah.
napelekwa Hosi town,
Yeah.
and I was
I-
taken to
I'm I'm
and the
glad you had the right
psychiatrist was a
support.
Luo. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got
Support system is very
yeah,
important.
I would tell him I'm not crazy. I don't get
Mm.
depressed. There is a problem with this medicine they are giving me. And so he reduced the dose.
Yeah.
He My diet was changed to
Yeah.
vegetables and very little
Mm.
carbohydrates and goat
Yeah.
milk.
Yeah.
Na ile supu ya bones. And then
Yeah. Bone soup.
yeah, and I recovered in 2 weeks. My face cleared because I had psoriasis even on my face, my neck, my whole body
Yeah.
was covered with psoriasis. And
Yeah.
my leg, because yote ilikuwa covered with my psoriasis, ikaanza kuheal.
Mm.
And
Mm.
with more time, I was back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was. Is that what we call? Is that what we call? Side effects. Is it clinical? Or is that what we call clinical
Clinical what?
depression?
Hata mi sijui. Mi tu nilikuwa najua
It
niko
could be the
suicidal.
one. It could be the one because clinical depression, if I'm not wrong, is usually caused by side effects of um of drugs. But we will research more about that one. We'll
Yeah.
research more about that one. I've spoken. I actually. I've spoken about depression before on my channel, on my YouTube
Mm.
channel. I did a two-part series about depression, and I also did a blog about it. Two-part series
Wow.
about depression at a time when we were in the pandemic.
Yeah.
It was during the pandemic, and I was feeling like everywhere around me was just like it was darkness all over. My friends were experiencing almost the same thing, and I felt like I just wanted to speak about it. Like there was so much going on, and we
Mm-hmm.
were all in a season. I'm so glad we all got out of that.
Oh, that's
And for
amazing.
whoever is feeling depressed, whoever is feeling like they're in their low season, they should just know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And if you need to seek help, just find ways to seek help and have the right support system, right? I think that
Absolutely.
goes a long, long way. It goes a long way. You don't need to be alone. If you're feeling like things are just not going the right way, talk to someone. Don't be alone.
And
Don't
I
be
was not
alone.
And I was not talking to anybody and I was not wanting to deal with anybody when I was depressed. I
Yeah.
just wanted to
Yeah.
sleep and be left alone.
Yeah.
That psychologist, that person I spoke with, and I was honest with them.
Yeah.
I wrote to them and I told them in the chat how I felt. I wrote
Yeah.
everything. Such that
Yeah.
hiyo email venye niliforward huyo jamaa,
Mm.
then after I got better, I read it. I
Mm.
deleted it because if I had acted to what I was thinking of doing it, I would be
Yeah.
I would be in jail side.
True.
Most people who are depressed, they are not just suicidal, they also think of killing others.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
that's
dark.
what
It's dark.
triggered. Yeah, it's dark.
Yeah.
Very.
It's
And
and I continue, Njambi.
yeah, and you have these are things that most of us are ashamed of talking, but you need
Yeah.
to write to some, hata kama haumjui, mwandikie tu, mwambie how you are feeling. They will help you. I will also check into a psychiatric center right now with immediate need.
Mm.
Na mwenye, the one
Yeah.
I forwarded was there. He came, took me, and he saved my
The
life.
right support, the right support system. That's
Absolutely.
just what I will say. People
Yeah.
who see you for you.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we have people around us who do not see us. Just
Absolutely.
find the right person. Just find the right people who see you for you, who know
Yeah.
when you. I remember when I was even talking about depression at that time. I was saying, if I went silent for 3 days today, who will call to check up on me and know that I'm not communicating, I'm not WhatsApping, I'm not doing.
Mhm.
Who will call, who will check up on me? Those are the people that you need. Those are
Yeah.
the right people that you need. Because if you go silent for a few days and no one really cares about where you have the wrong people in your circle.
Yeah, like
Anyway,
today,
Jen. Yes.
like today, my best friend called me. My sister called me.
Yeah.
People who check out on me, my show. I do have a
Yeah.
support system. Mostly when you are even a single person, like I'm single.
Yeah.
You need a support system that is around you, that really makes you move on strong. Everybody we are animals. You see, animals live in communities. We should live
Yes.
like them. Yeah.
Yes, it is very true. You cannot live alone. You are not an island. You are not an island. You always have to have friends, have
Yes.
colleagues, have people you talk to, have your family.
And
Check
be
up
ready
on
to learn.
people
Be ready
and be
to
ready
learn.
to.
Take
True.
responsibility. No, a challenge is just something you're going through. It will not be there for
Yes,
forever.
forever.
Yeah.
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 And sometimes you need that reminder.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to talk. Talk.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's why I
Talk.
like women. Because with women, you meet, you speak like you have known each other
We
for 20
talk.
years.
We talk. We
That
talk
is
for a living.
yeah. A woman can be very irritating before she gets what
Yes.
your stand.
Yes.
Because
Yes. Yes.
we can be very controlling. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
as
True.
women can be very controlling. But you have to
Yes.
understand, not all the time things go our way.
True. 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 Very true. But
Yeah.
if people would keep quiet and keep to themselves and keep the things that they feel or they think, I'm sure that a lot of women would be depressed. It's very encouraging that we have these things that we meet, we have coffee, we have wine, we have whatever,
Yes.
and we talk. By the time you have your alone moment, you feel like you have exhausted whatever was in your mind.
Yeah.
And you might not have gotten solutions, but you feel like you have spoken.
Yeah.
And that's
Absolutely.
most important. Yes.
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 Also, sometimes I tell people, stop comparing yourself with people who are better than you if you want to
Yeah.
overcome depression. Also, do away
Yeah.
with social media. When I was having depression, I unfriended everybody on Facebook. I
Mm-hmm.
had around 5,000, 4,000 something friends. I unfriended them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would see them smiling and I would feel bad. I would see them
Yeah.
posting on a car and I would feel bad, like a loser.
Mm.
Because when you're struggling with depression and unalala,
Mm-hmm.
you're not
Mm-hmm.
worthy. and your money
Yeah.
is getting, unalipa vitu, pesa inaisha. So hata you
Mm.
don't have money to pay rent. I have been auctioned.
Yes.
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
Kay, I have been auctioned.
Yeah.
It's not the end of everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes it
Those
could
are
be the best
those.
thing because it teaches you how to live in a more minimalistic life. I use a
Yeah.
method to cook. I used to have
Yeah.
the big burner, ile ya 6 nini kupika. It was auction.
Yeah.
Used to live in a whole 3-bedroom apartment. I
Mm.
don't need it. Yet I make more than I
And
was
it's part
making
of
that
life.
time.
Yes.
Because I realized, wait, it cannot disappear like that.
Mm.
And I
True.
started living life after nimepika, what else do I need?
Yeah.
That- So I started viewing life in sometimes the challenge comes to just change your mindset and to
True.
make you realize at times you don't need all these things. I'm not saying people
Mm.
shouldn't buy. I'm just
Yeah.
saying just take that you will be hurt, cry, vent,
Yeah.
do whatever things you can do, but then
Yeah.
don't let it take over, come back to
Yeah.
reality, start over again.
Yeah. And also, if you have, and also, it's true. And also, if you have a teachable spirit, you will take the lesson.
Yes,
You will take the lesson and you will run with it,
absolutely.
because that will be the most important thing. Otherwise, we wouldn't have challenges in this world. We have them because they teach us something.
Yes.
And if you learn, you won't be repeating the same. You won't be in the same mistake twice,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, unless you don't learn, that's unless you have a mental issue. Because remember,
Yeah.
insanity is doing things
Yeah.
over and over again, expecting the same results. If you keep
Exactly.
doing things over and over again and they are not rewarding, they're just punishing,
Yeah.
you are diminishing
Yeah.
it.
You need to change. Then you need to change something. You need to change something.
Yeah,
Wow. I'm sure my listeners are getting a lot of nuggets from this conversation, Jane, and it's
that's
it's so
amazing.
it's so nice that we are having this chat, and
Hmm.
it is in the era of social media. We have Gen Zs, we have millennials, and all these things we are seeing online about the lavish lifestyle that people are living, and that's what is leading people into depression at this moment. And I'm glad that you mentioned the part about not comparing yourself to others, because
Yeah,
that will be the downfall of you.
absolutely.
If you're
That thing, if you really want to cure your depression, start looking at people who are below you. They do not have to be below you financially or anything. You
Yeah.
can look
Yeah.
at a lecturer. How is she below you? She doesn't
Mm.
know how to do an online course. You know it. Remember, this
True.
person can pay you. Even when you're looking at a person who is below you, you don't look at people who are below you financially.
Financially, yeah.
You go to them and then they will make your hole deeper and deeper by
And you
seeing
will
their
be
problem.
stable there. And you will sit there and be stable.
Yeah,
And you
no,
won't be challenged.
exactly. So you want to look at somebody who is like a lecturer. Wait a minute, that lecturer doesn't know how to set an online course. Wait a
Mm.
minute, that coach,
That
fitness coach,
friend.
that
Yes.
person, I can do this and that for them and they can pay me.
Yes.
They
Yes.
don't have something. I have this something. So when
Yes.
you start looking at things from you being the one in abundance, things
Yes.
start changing.
Things and your perspective starts changing.
Absolutely. And these
And
same people will open up doors for you.
true. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
We
Very
love
true. And
comparing ourselves. How do you sit down and watch somebody
mm,
lifestyle move on? Like when you sit down and watch a lifestyle show,
yeah. Yeah.
somebody opening their bedroom, which they
Yeah.
spent I don't know how many millions. You are there
Yeah.
with the depression. You watch that. You watch
Yeah.
that. You will finish yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And if
You
you're
need
looking at
action.
that,
Yeah.
and if
For
you're watching at
inspiration.
that, and asking yourself, how can I make money out of that person? How
Exactly.
can I? If you're watching it and it's making you feel bad, take that remote and switch it. Change that.
And switch it off. Knowing that you can control what you feed your mind. Very
Yes,
true, Jen. You're not lying.
And me, I
It
don't
is
want,
you who has the control.
yeah, and I don't watch those lifestyle beings. Mm-mm. They were accelerating the depression. As much as it was the drugs,
Yeah,
were making me feel less of myself. Body
exactly.
image, the way you view your body, it matters a lot. You know,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have to age. You will have wrinkles. We will
yeah,
get hair. Our boobs will
yeah,
fall, whether we breastfeed or
yeah,
not. Come into the
yeah.
reality, come into touch with that. Accept it. It's the
Reality.
reality of life. Move on.
Yes, yes, yes. And stop being delusional.
Exactly. How would you have a grandmother if aging process didn't exist?
Did not exist. Very
How,
true.
how will you have that sweet grandmother who gives you bananas when you visit her?
Exactly. If you didn't age. Huh?
Exactly.
Wow, wow. I hope it is shedding the right light for the right people,
Mhm.
because these are things that happen. You will see someone's status, you will see someone's Facebook, what is it called, stories, you will see Instagram stories, and then you start feeling less of yourself, when in reality, live the reality of your life. That
Yeah,
person may be living their reality. You need to just accept yours
yeah,
and
thank
love
you.
yours
Thank you.
and
Umesema
love yours as it is.
well.
And love yours as it is, and enjoy it.
Like
If you're
that,
drinking your chai, what is it called, your strong tea, put it in a nice cup and drink it
enjoy it because
and
it's
enjoy.
what you can afford proudly.
Exactly, exactly, Jen.
Like I was telling you before
Exactly.
we began, I had this
Yeah.
neighbor who was a house girl,
Yes.
and she would
Yes.
come to my house, work a token, and I used to be very angry.
Yeah.
And I told her one day, do not be coming to put those tokens here. You people, you don't come to people's house again. And
Yeah.
she said, "Me, I just like you. I just admire your lifestyle." And I'm like, you should
Yeah.
have said that long time ago.
She should have asked you. She, in her mind, probably she was assuming a lot of things instead of just asking you, how do you afford this lifestyle, Jane? Please tell me how I can do the same thing.
She was like, you have a nice laptop, you have nice chairs, you have nice everything, and you're beautiful. You know, when you when your life is full of nice things and full of
Yeah.
life, you even
Yeah.
tend to look good.
Yes.
You tend to be beautiful.
You look good with your strong tea. You look good with your novel, with your 150 bob kitabu that you just got from I don't know where. You look good.
You look
You look
good
good with your
without
mtumba
thinking.
shoes
You look
that
good
you bought in
without
CBD at night.
eh,
You
you
look
look
amazing.
good without nails. You look good without those.
Yes.
You look good to the right person. Yeah, she just used to.
Exactly.
So she told me, and I asked her, what do
Yeah.
you want?
Yeah.
She told me, I just
Yeah.
want to know how I can work online like you. I asked her, where
See,
are you?
that was a
Yeah,
good question.
I asked her, where are you in life? And she told me she did that Form 4 where they were doing Form 4, I don't know, January, February, March.
Uh-huh.
If there is that Form 4, they did their Form 4 at the beginning of the year. She was in that
Uh-huh.
school.
Uh-huh.
That girl became a house girl to raise her school fees. And I told
Oh
her,
yeah.
and I
Mm-hmm.
told her, if you're planning to raise money as a house girl
Yeah.
to go to
Yeah.
college, that's not a realistic approach because
Yeah.
that money will end. And so, which
Mm.
other strategy are you going to use to raise the money for
More
your
money.
second semester? You're going
Yeah.
to just set yourself up for prostitution.
Yeah.
That's I told her the
Yeah.
truth. I have been in college. You're going to
Mm.
set yourself up for prostitution. I have worked in a nightclub. I have seen
Mm.
how women get treated by men just
Yeah.
because they're buying
Yeah.
them alcohol and food. I
Yeah.
have worked with women. I know how women are mistreated when they don't have money. Okay?
Mm.
And I told
Yeah.
her, what you need to do right now, it's not thinking to go to college, is you go to
Yeah.
Coursera, you go to YouTube, and you
Mm.
learn. I told her, I
Mm.
asked her, what do you want to do? She told me she
Yeah.
wanted, mimi nataka kufanya hiyo hesabu ya pesa kama my mdosi.
Mm.
That's what the
Yeah.
language that girl used. So I told
Yeah.
her, an accountant. She told me yes. And I told her, okay, so you don't want to learn the whole accounting. You want to start
Yeah.
from the basic. Pale chini kabisa.
Yes.
Because you're young, you're
Yes.
19.
Yeah.
Learn bookkeeping on Coursera for
Mm.
free.
Mm.
Learn QuickBooks
Mm.
on YouTube. Then after
Mm.
umesoma hizo mbili, come look for me. She went
Mm.
and did Coursera, went and did QuickBooks. And she came
Mm.
and told me nimemaliza, lakini wananiambia nilipe. I told her, yes, you will pay for that certificate. It was
Mm-hmm.
around $40. So her
Yeah.
salary she took, she paid. Let me tell you, if somebody is committed, they will do
Mm.
something.
Yeah, they will. Very
Whether
true.
it's free or unpaid. That's what people keep telling me, if somebody pays for something, they will value it. That's a lie. I did community development for 4 years and I still pay for that help. I have done digital marketing for free and web design. It is
And
value
you're
it more.
passionate about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a metric that, for me, I don't understand the metric people use to say that if someone pays something, they will value it.
No, if someone wants to do something, they will do it.
Exactly. So,
Mm.
this my girl
Yeah.
paid. Now she asked me,
Yeah.
how do I go about things? I told her, unaona Google Map. You go,
Yeah.
you look New York,
Yeah.
New York, you go in, you look at the map of the United States, New York, you go with cities, like a city of New York. You look
Yeah.
for spa, barber shop,
Mm.
those businesses nobody thinks about. And then you
Yeah.
tell them you can help them with with bookkeeping. She
Yeah.
did she did her profile on Upwork.
Mm.
Let me tell you, Maina, that girl didn't even finish. When we started talking and doing those things, she didn't even finish 6 months.
Yeah.
She got somebody to pay her $300. And I told her, because I know you will get this job, you need to
Yes.
prepare yourself by buying yourself a laptop. She bought herself a
Yeah.
second-hand laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Uzuri, she was saving her money. Nobody was
Yeah.
asking her for her money from home. She bought
Yeah.
herself a laptop.
Yeah.
She bought herself a mattress.
Mm.
I told her my story. I told her how I used to buy things for myself. Na
Mm.
ninaeka, like when I bought my meko, I went and put it in my best friend kitchen. And even
Yeah.
when my friend's meko finished, we used mine and then we
Yeah.
filled them together. I bought my bed sheet, my everything. I
Mm.
would buy slowly and keep them in your kitchen. And I told her, you have a good mudosi. Buy and
Mm.
stay with her. And the
Mm.
mudosi was fine. And when that
Mm.
girl left, she left with a job of $300. Her mudosi
Yeah.
told me, you helped that girl. If there is one thing you
Wow.
have done, it's
Wow.
helping that girl. And thank you. I'll forever be grateful.
Wow.
Nitakaambia, don't neglect mtoto wa wenyewe. Take care of that
Yeah.
child as you learn. Take care
Yeah.
of that child with love. God will see you. Those are the tiny things that God sees, and He has mercy on us and He
And
rewards us.
and rewards.
Yeah,
Very true.
yeah,
That's a beautiful change story. That's a
yeah,
beautiful change story. And
yeah.
I would really love if you would actually, that's the highlight of what we are going to finish with. I'd
Yes.
like you to advise
Mm-hmm.
someone who is beginning their journey in anything online business, digital marketing, web design. Jen, I'm feeling like we will do another episode
We should,
and
even
even
me, I want to
speak.
tell you that. I mean,
we have we have a lot to delve into. We have a lot. We have just scratched the surface.
imagine,
Let's just call this an introduction to our
imagine.
listeners.
Uh-huh. Let me tell you
Now
something.
we'll
Too.
do more. Yes.
One thing we are not good at when we are starting something, we are not compassionate with ourselves.
Yeah.
We are not compassionate with ourselves to understand that we are starting and it's okay to be a beginner
Yeah.
and not know everything and not be good at so many things. So because we
I
are compassion, we start
yeah.
comparing ourselves.
I will even interject you and
Yes.
even call myself out on this one. You remember when I told you I'm going to be teaching my people, but I don't know how to do web design. You remember? And
Yeah,
then you were like, just refer them to my course. And I was like, duh, I should have thought about that. Like, it's just easy. You don't know how to do something, there's someone else who knows how to do it. Refer it to them.
yeah,
It's as easy as that.
yes.
Please continue. I have
So,
sold myself out on that one.
yeah, so
That
you
was the
see,
very first thing that came to my mind.
so
I
you
was
see,
not compassionate.
yeah, you see, exactly. You should be compassionate with yourself and
Yes.
accept. You see, like I was compassionate with myself when I began. I can't pay rent. I
Yeah.
can't do this on
Yeah.
my own. So I'm
Yeah.
going to talk with my friend and tell her to host me, and I'm going to do the best I can. And you start
Yeah.
with where you are, what you have, and stop concentrating on what you don't have and
What
what
you
you
do
can't
not.
do. And also
Very
know
true.
human beings are created to help you. Reach out to them to help
Oh,
you. Hata kama ni mama mboga, huyo ndiye atakusaidia.
I agree.
Human
I
beings are here
strongly
to help
agree with
you.
you.
Whether you
Yes,
know, and the way people love helping.
they do. They do. I agree.
When you told me about your podcast, you told me, how do I get, there is something, and I told you, me.
Yeah. Yeah, I told you. How do I even get people to host? And you were like, I am here. It's as easy as that. And see us now. We have shared a lot of nuggets with people.
And you have said we will do another one together.
We
And
will
let,
do another one because we have a lot to do, a
yeah,
lot to talk about, Jen.
and let me tell you, if you still go to that community and you tell women
Mm,
to come to your podcast and share their stories
yeah,
and their business,
yeah.
the same women will come and give you content.
Da. Wow. That's amazing. Jane.
People, you're surrounded by help, you're surrounded by resources. The best resource
Yes.
you can have is people.
People.
That's it.
Wow.
Tell people
Wow.
what to do. Stop telling people you can do anything. Just tell people specifically what you can do. This,
That phrase has been so consistent with you, Jane. Stop telling people you can do anything.
yes,
Tell them what you can do.
yes. Why I get so irritated when someone tells me I can do anything. I'm like, don't even talk to me again until you figure out what you can do. I get
I
so
really like
irritated.
that.
Now, how am I going
Yeah.
to tell people I have a friend whom you can hire for anything? Let me tell you, when somebody says, I need a web designer, hey,
Yeah.
I need someone who understands podcast and this and that, I will come to UK and ask you, hey, there is somebody who has this something for podcast. Can you work with them and
Yeah.
get them? Yes,
Yeah.
now I know whom to go to. If
Yeah.
I need
True.
someone who need a bookkeeping person, I know whom to go to. But when somebody
Yes.
tells me anything, me, I will not remember you.
Yeah. I agree. I agree completely.
If there is anything that irritates me, it is
Yeah.
follow me, I follow you, and
Follow,
I do
follow for
anything.
follow.
And I do
That thing can
anything. Mi nasikianga kaa nitakula mtu.
follow for follow, and I can do anything. Those two things do not tell Jen.
Never.
Jen will finish you.
I'll slaughter you.
Follow for follow on Facebook or on Instagram. That
I'll
is
be
not a productive way of marketing. Jen
no,
does not want to hear that. As
no,
my trainer, she refuses to hear that.
no, I don't want to hear it. It
And
irritates
it
every tiny thing, every tiny organ in my body.
true, Jen.
And I also get irritated wakati mtu anasema I can do anything. I get
Yeah,
irritated. I would rather
yeah,
you tell me, Jane, I'm a freelancer. I know this and that and this, and I would rather you list for me 20 things you can do. I feel I
yeah,
teach you how to narrow down. Kuliko uniambie
yeah.
you can do anything.
True.
Do you know how many people write
Beginners.
paragraphs of things they do?
Yeah,
Just narrow it
yeah.
down mbio mbio kwa inbox.
To a few things.
Yeah,
To a few things.
yes.
So beginners, I hope you have had it.
Be compassionate.
Whatever beginning you're beginning with, yes, be compassionate. Number one.
Look at the resources around you.
Yes.
Utilize them. People are
Yes.
a resource, human resources.
Y-
People
yes.
themselves are a resource. They're the ones who
Yes.
will give you opportunities, provide you opportunities, connect you with opportunities. It's only
Yes.
human beings who can do that.
Ooh, true.
Number
True.
three, just don't say you do anything.
Yeah.
Say what you do and be specific. That's all.
That's how you're able to market yourself. How
Yeah,
will we know what you're able to do if you don't tell us?
yeah. And say it over and over again. Say it over
Until
and
people
over
get used to it.
exactly.
Until you remain you're at the top of their minds.
Yes,
That's
that's the
that's
purpose of
amazing.
that's the purpose of marketing. You put people at the back of their mind.
Yes.
Ukiniambia unafanya hii, it sticks in my mind. Ukiambia, that's
Yes.
why Safaricom keeps advertising. Why do you think if
Yes.
Safaricom is telling us what they do every day, who are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. Who are you not to tell people what you do every day? And we don't even know you, so you need to tell us every day. I need to
Exactly.
tell people what I do every day. Remarket
Yes,
myself until it gets to your mind.
that's it.
Right?
Yeah.
That's that's amazing. Ah,
Yeah.
my amazing listeners. I really hope that you have gotten as much nuggets as you can from Jane. This is a rare gem. This is a lady who does not gatekeep. She does not gatekeep information. She is free. She gives information as it is, and she will not gatekeep. She will not tell you come to my inbox. She will tell you everything, even in the groups that I have joined that belong to Jane. She will just give information there and there. Hakuna chaiti, come to my inbox, call my number. Jane will give information as it is without gatekeeping on her YouTube channels, on her groups, on her Facebook posts. Jane is a rare gem. When you find such a lady, you really treasure them because they give you so much. They give you opportunities. I have really gained opportunities from knowing Jane and working with her. Jane, I really appreciate that you came to our podcast today. Thank you so,
Thank
so
you.
much. Asante Sana. Please tell these ladies now, not the ladies, I'm sure that I have men in my listeners list, but
Mhm.
I'm saying tell them how they can find you, where they can find you, and how they can reach you, and what is currently going on in your life that you'd want them to know about.
Well, I have a website that is called thedailylearners.com where where I have my blog and my courses. I only sell one course, the other three, my courses, because my website is a multi-vendor website where you can come and start teaching and decide if you want people to be paying or for it to be free. Mine are mostly free, but I have one that I charge. So you can come there and learn. I also have a blog. You can come there and read. And also you can come and be a contributor, write a blog and talk about the things that you do. You can come and create a course. I also have a YouTube channel that is called Jane Njambi Classroom. This is where I just go live and just teach women and talk to women. I do have men, but my message is centered for women. My goal is to empower women. So if you hear me talk about women and talk about ladies, it's just because I'm focused on women. But if you are a man and you want to ask a question, you can always reach out. I also have a Facebook group that is called Women in Digital Business. It has 1,000 followers. We are growing pole pole. We have not started posting, but very soon I will encourage women to start posting about their business stories. So that's all. Those are the three platforms you can find me.
Wow. Please go listen to Jane. Please follow her on her social media platforms. Reach out to her. She is full of knowledge on anything web design, graphic design, anything freelancing, anything coaching and training on anything digital marketing. Reach out to Jane and she will readily help you. Sawa sawa. Thank you so much, Jane, for coming to this platform. I really appreciate that you honored my invite. I would say that this conversation was really easy flowing. It was beautiful. It was amazing to just talk about the things that we are passionate about. We will have another one.
I can't
We
wait.
will
I
s-
can't wait to
we
tell
will
you more.
schedule another one. right after this one. This one we scheduled it a week ago, and here we are. We will
Yeah.
schedule another one and we will go through with it. Tumalize, tuongelee watu, tuongeleshe watu. We tell them everything about digital marketing, these things that we are passionate about,
Yes.
entrepreneurship, women. Thank you, Jane. Be
Okay.
blessed
Okay. Thank you
and
so
have and have a wonderful night.
much. Okay. You have a good night, Kay. Take care. Till
I really thank you so much. I really look forward to our next conversation. Stay
okay.
blessed, Jen. Continue doing the good work.
Okay.
And to
Thank
my
you.
listeners, thank you for today. Thank you so much for listening to me. And I look forward to the next episode. Jen, anything you want to tell my listeners?
Just have a good night and please be compassionate with yourself.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jen. This was amazing. Bye bye.
Bye.